We're just excited about all the program success.
And we're ready to get started. Thanks, Zach. Go Cards.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler. Time for another edition of the Ryan Lewicki Show. Currently joined by Wheeling University head baseball coach Ryan Lewicki. And Ryan, guys coming off a marathon of a midweek against Cal U. Talk about that game and kind of what you saw from your guys.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you play Cal in a midweek, it's going to be a tough. They have a lot of good quality guys. We're not playing great, and it was back and forth. It was good to see, for once, the offense start a game hot and continuously try to keep swinging and try to find some confidence in their game. And they did a lot of good. I mean, they had some productive ABs. We executed some situations well that we haven't been executing for a while. But the bullpen was just atrocious for us. I mean, when you throw 9 guys and all 9 either walk or hit a guy and give up a run on a stat line, you're not going to win. And it's been the story of 15 games. It's the story of where we're at 15 games in. Cal was just an example of where we've been the last month, where bad bullpen, sporadic hitting, don't execute situationally, can't hold leads late. And it's not just one guy, it's collectively the majority of our team. And that's why we're where we are. So it was good to play. Like, it was a cool venue. Good. They just redid the turf, which was nice, and Cal's a top 5 team in our region, and another win that we probably should have had. But until we start playing better baseball, we're going to keep having these same conversations.
And you mentioned the early offense. How big was that for them, just to get out to a lead and show they can swing with some of the best teams in the region?
Yeah, I think they've been struggling. I mean, there was a point about 5 games ago we're hitting like 210. So I mean, there was a point where we had been in just a bad funk where the offense wasn't kicking. So I think when you play Cal in that first midweek of the year and you put up 2 early and then 5 in the second, and you start to see some guys start to just get a little more confident, just swing freely, it was good. It's good to see that. It was good to see guys hit with 2 outs. It was good to see some guys actually try to be on time with what they're hunting. Balls actually driven into gaps. So it started to look like, I think where the offense could be long term. We're still not there yet, but I do think they're starting to make strides. We have to get better still at situational execution. We're terrible at that right now. But I do think the overall, our offense as a whole is getting better. It's just taking longer than we thought.
And one of the guys who's really had some success for you as of late, Spencer Craig, he had a big game on the midweek, driving in a couple of RBIs. Talk about him and kind of the leadership he provides at that first base position.
Yeah, I mean, Craig's been this is his 3rd year starting for me, 4th year here. Been around a long time, playing a lot of baseball games, and I think it's nothing new to him. I think he's just like everybody else, taking a little bit longer to get some confidence and get that swing going and get the kind of the mojo of a hitter going. And I think he's been asked to do more this year, probably than years past, because there's been some other hitters around him that have been more impactful on when you look at a stat line and things like that. And now him being asked to kind of hit in that 4 or 5 spot. Just it doesn't need to add pressure. It just means you got to be the guy that, collects the RBIs, is that guy that's going to be maybe pitched a little bit more differently than other people than you used to. So I think he's getting better. I really do. And I think Craig's just, 35 games left. I think he just wants to keep, trying to get more confidence, to keep trying to see baseball as well, trying to score runs when he can. But he's been a good leader, and I keep hoping for the best for him down the stretch here.
And in the early part of the season, you've gotten some strong starting pitching, especially in that opening weekend of the MEC. Wes Landis, Jaden Wilcox have all gotten honors early in the year. Talk about that starting group and kind of how they might be able to help that bullpen.
Yeah, if they weren't here, we probably wouldn't have a win. Let's just be pretty transparent. Our starting pitching is the only positive to my entire first 15 games of the year. If I don't have Cody McCarley, Wes Landis, Jaden Wilcox, Seb's obviously started a game, Fenwick started a game. You don't have those 5, you're dead last in everything. Our like I said, our bullpen has been atrocious for 95% of the season. So when you have a horrendous bullpen and your starting pitching's good and you're at 6-9 right now, what that means is you're going to run that starting pitching longer. So we're to the point now where we're like, we're just not going to use the bullpen. We're just going to run these starters. They're going to run deep. They can throw 150 pitches. It's what we have to do because, McCarley, Landis, Wilcox, those guys are too good. And it's been through 15 games where we've had leads late and we've blown it. So we're just going to run them starters and run with about 5 or 6 arms on the weekends and go from there.
Currently joined by Wheeling University head baseball coach Ryan Lewicki. And Ryan, after being on the road for each of your first 15 games, you finally get a chance to come to your home field at JB Chambers. What's that going to be like to get onto the home field and get to host for the first time?
Yeah, it'll be good. Baseball's a sport where it's not common to always just play it like what's scheduled. In the sense of like your home site, going on the road. Weather's such a big factor, and if you don't have turf, everybody knows that you could be moving around left and right, and we've done that a lot already this season. So I do think finally getting to play at our place, getting to play at home, getting to play a few games where we're actually a bit more comfortable, and just getting to play around, where we want to be. I think that's a big part for this weekend, and I think it'll be exciting just to kind of take a breath, not have to travel and not stay in hotels all the time and deal with all the food. Just getting to just show up, and play baseball and be where our feet are day in and day out and be comfortable. So it'll be exciting, getting to play Wesleyan Saturday, D&E Sunday at home. Then obviously next week get a home midweek with Bluefield. So, the next 5 get to be at home will be real exciting for us, for our fans, for families, and just for the general community to be able to come out and watch a baseball game.
And looking at these two matchups this weekend, obviously West Virginia Wesleyan and Davis and Elkins, as you mentioned. Talk about these two teams and kind of some of the matchups you're going to see.
Yeah, Wesleyan and D&E, they're a lot like everybody else. They're trying to figure out where they fit, and I think that's the weird part of this league this year. With a lot of big-name players collectively from the entire league gone, I think a lot of teams are just still trying to figure out where do we fit in this conference right now. We're one of them. So I think they're the same thing, being in the South and, the North really dominated the opening weekend, and I think the South's trying to figure out where do we fit. And I think it's the same for them. Wesleyan played Point Park really, really tough at their place, 3-0, and then I think it was like 10-9. Point Park's a really good ball club right now. So for Wesleyan to be in both games and having a shot late, I think it strides for where they want to go. And D&E, same thing. They played Point Park and Salem tough for 4 games. Those are 2 good ball clubs. So I think we're going to get tested. Nothing's easy for us right now. We're not playing confident. We don't have swagger. We're trying to pick up pieces as it goes. We have a lot of injuries, with our starting catcher being out, with obviously McCarley going down, and a bullpen that's rough and an offense that's streaky. We're trying to figure everything out just like everybody else. So I'd like to tell you it's a good weekend ahead for us. I have no idea. It could go well for us. We'll see if we show up and we play our style of baseball. If we play our style of baseball, it'll be a good weekend. If we continue to do what we've done for 15 games, it won't be.
And finally, talk about some of your keys to success. You mentioned you want to play your style of baseball. What are you looking for your guys to do out there this weekend?
Yeah, it's the simple thing we just said. It's our style of baseball, meaning make routine plays as much as you can, throw strikes, avoid big innings, don't give up free stuff in offense. You got to execute and play for some big innings. When we do those things, we're good. When we play our game, we can beat anybody there is. There's not a doubt in my mind. The problem is through 15 games, we haven't done it. And that's why we're sitting at 6-9 and obviously 1-3 in league play. So if they start to play with some confidence, a little bit of swagger, and they play our style of baseball and they do what's asked and execute and just do the job, then we'll be really good. But until that happens, you and I will sit here and keep talking about what should have been, what could have been, and then we'll have a long year of doing this. So we still have 35 games left. And Wesleyan and D&E is a good weekend, hopefully, for us to bounce back and get some confidence. We'll see if we do it. We'll see if they want to execute. And then, again, we'll see at the end of the day what happens.
Thanks, Ryan. Good luck this weekend. Can't wait to see you out there.
Thanks, Zach. Appreciate it.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.
We're just excited about all the program success.
And we're ready to get started. Thanks, Zach. Go Cards.